I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is Stoneblock 4. Yes, more Stoneblock 4, and can you believe throughout this entire journey of becoming a god, quite literally a god, being invincible, impervious to damage, and dealing infinite damage, that we still haven't fully finished this mod pack yet. I mean, even after making several different creative items, I mean, we still have not finished this pack. And there's still a lot to explore in this mod pack. So today, my goal is to try and get at least to the creative spellbook or Ascension tier 3 today, but I also want to do a little bit of exploring because there's several structures that are custom in this pack that we haven't even seen. So before we get into any of the adventuring parts and we go find some new structures, let's first take a dive into where we need to go and the things we need to make moving forward to hopefully be able to get to the tier 3 Ascension. So to be able to do this, I think I'm going to be going for sure the AE2 route. You have two paths you can choose, either or. You have the refined storage, which actually wasn't in the pack when I originally started. So this was recently added, which is kind of nice of them to have done, because there are a lot of people who really enjoy refined storage, and AE will kind of prevent them from even playing a pack because AE is quite complicated, especially if you're new to modded in general. So I will be skipping this, but it does look like you have to make an infinite energy storage part, which is kind of cool that it even has that. It's good to know that there are add-ons that are very similar to the ones that we have for AE in here. But yes, we're going to be going the creative energy cell route, which honestly doesn't look too bad. A little bit of Certus, 256 energy processors, and a super dense energy cell, all of which I should be able to make quite easily. I mean, most of these components are just replicatable, which is also very wild. Like even the energy processors, yeah, these also use replication. Oh, I've got most of the things crafted up. I mean, this is going to be very straightforward for something that is essentially creative power for our AE network, allowing us to do quite a lot of things. But taking a look at this, yes, we have our super tins, we have all of the processors. The big thing is the Certus quartz, which the 2048 equates to 32 stacks. And so 32 stacks of those is not going to fit very well in my inventory, so I'll pull those out as we go. But yes, I'm going to go back through here, and we are going to be, putting all of these things in the list again. I believe this is the one for the energy cell. Yes, the creative energy cell. So there's all of those going in. Look at that. Then we have the energy processors. Voila. Super dense energy cell. Yes, the good old Fortron infused singularities, which, by the way, almost all of our singularities are made between these, which are passively generated. And then, of course, this machine, if you forgot, which everything that was required for the infinity ingots, those are all on passive, whereas this one is just a request. And I can accelerate this thing really fast with my wand. So yeah, this one's great. Last but not least, Certus, which I'm pretty sure I have enough of. There is a lot of Certus going on in here right now. I mean, a lot. And it just sends a stack at a time. It is kind of limited, so you can't just like flood this incredibly fast. But I mean, honestly, not the slowest in the world. And there we go. Creative energy cell complete. We can grab this out of our inventory and we've got to use it. Like, this is definitely a thing we've got to use. Also, it is incredibly large, primarily because of the the giant's glove that we have. But anyways, we'll throw this all the way up into our AE system, and we no longer need external power on this. And I've got to say, this is probably the most expensive thing power-wise I think we had spent time on. Like, there's a lot of expensive things happening in our AE controller as far as power goes. I think I want this to be like right in the center, maybe. Yeah, it can literally go right here. I think that looks awesome. So yeah, that should mean now infinite power. Nothing that requires a ton of power in AE. Nothing's gonna drain. It just, everything has now infinite power, which is awesome because there's a lot of things in AE that require an insanely large buffer. For example, if you want to do spatial IO, where you do spatial things with AE and you basically store physical space in the world into a disk, well, that costs billions upon billions of RF, of AE power, basically, to do. And you need it all buffered to be able to do it. With this, you don't. Look, it's infinite and it has infinite storage as well. So yeah, that problem is solved. And that's just another beautiful thing that we would never have to worry about, because now our AE system would never run out of power. and would never go down. But now with that out of the way, that was the easy part of today. We get into the creative spellbook, which in this, to be able to make said creative spellbook, we're going to need to turn in an Archmage spellbook, and up front doesn't seem all that bad to do, but what does is 100 marks of mastery. Now, marks of mastery require you to have all of the essences, which we thankfully automated in the prior quest to be able to make the creative source jar. But in this setup, we actually need all of our source to be supplied to this, and we only make 5 at a time for these marks of mastery, and we have to have for each 5 a single Wilden tribute that does get consumed. And to get a Wilden tribute, well, you have to fight the Wilden boss. And so that means just to be able to make the 100 marks of mastery, we are going to have to fight 20 Wilden bosses. But it actually goes a little further than that, because to be able to make the Archmage spellbook, we also need a Wilden tribute. So make that 21 Wildens. Now, while this is automatable, and you can technically automate the killing of the Wilden boss, I don't think it's necessary at this point. I mean, look at us. We deal infinite damage, and I bet we're going to be able to just instantly skip the Wilden's phases, which normally it has at least 3 phases. Now, also for each of these Wildens, you are going to need Wilden goods from the other Wildens, and if you don't already have them, you can get them by simply activating a regular summon Wilden, and this is just going to summon a few of these mobs, which will drop these individual things. For example, the Wilden Wing, the Wilden Horn, and the Wilden Spikes. So this is going to be a really fun experience, and I'm definitely no stranger to fighting multiple of these bosses at once. So yeah, it's not going to be too bad at all. But why in the world would I even want a creative spellbook? Well, the creative spellbook is a really cool item. So the entire playthrough, I have essentially avoided doing a whole lot of R's because it does get kind of repetitive when I do it over and over again. However, I do absolutely love this mod. But I will say, crafting the glyphs over and over and over again in every mod pack gets kind of boring. So the creative spellbook allows you to have access to every single spell pre-unlocked, where you don't have to do all of the crafting or requesting for the craft every single time, going through the animation, all of that stuff over and over again. It's fantastic. And that's really all it does. It doesn't do anything else outside of just giving you all of the glyphs. So giving you direct access to them. It doesn't give you infinite source or anything like that. That's stuff that you have to figure out on your own and replenish that with your own gear. But what it does do, like I said, is just give you access to being able to craft everything, which I think if I was to make a mod pack in the future, I mean, you might just in the future craft the creative spellbook. It might be renamed something else, but it might just have everything unlocked. Who knows? I mean, it also unlocks all glyphs of all tiers, and it does also act as the highest tier spellbook. So all of the items that we're going to need for those marks of masteries are down here, and we've got to get those Wildens summoned in. And this is going to be more than enough to be able to do this. And I think our little compact machine in here is going to be plenty of space to do this. What I have here is 21 ritual braziers. Ah, yes. And what we can do is activate these with some redstone. So I'm going to use a little bit of redstone back here. We need at least 21 repeaters to be able to do this, because I'm just going to inject the redstone signal directly into the back of these. So I'll go ahead and get 21 of those, just like so. And what you want to do is you want to just set up all of these repeaters facing directly into this, because a redstone signal can force the activation of a ritual. And that's what we want. We don't want to right-click it to activate, even though that is possible. We want the redstone signal to trigger the ritual to turn on. And what will do that? Well, this bright magenta anti-block button, which I thought magenta was kind of fitting. Now, the redstone signal will carry up to 16 blocks, and it should carry a signal of 16 blocks through the entire thing with us starting in the middle, because there's only like 10 blocks in each direction. Then in each of these, I'm going to right-click a single tablet of Summon Wilden. Yes. And then once this is done, what I can do is I can separate all 3 of these individual drops, and we can stand over top of these, and I can just hit Q to toss one of each in every single one of these. In doing that, it is going to turn this tablet of Wilden into a boss summoning tablet of Wilden. The normal one would just summon the mobs that create these items. You know what? I take that back. We probably shouldn't drop them on here. These being so close to each other, I'm dropping it on this one. And this tablet is for some reason consuming it. And I'm unsure of how it actually affects it by putting more items in there. I guess we'll find out. If I have to refight more of them, I will. But you can also right click them. You just want to make sure that each one of them has at least 3 of these items in here. All right, so I think I've got all of them in place. All we've got to do now is hit the button. 3, 2, 1. Activate them all at once. Oh boy. I mean, taking them out should be quite easy. All it is just a single right click or a left click on every single one of these guys. This is great. And it does one-shot them. Oh, that is beautiful. Yes, we just gotta go through in one shot. I recommend doing this not in your base, by the way. Yes, because if you do this in your base, you might end up with them potentially getting into another phase, and one of the phases can break blocks in your base. It sounded like a bunch of squeaky toys, all of these wolves. I hope that was 21. It looked like 21 did summon. Yeah, we have 21 boss shader grab bags. And we got, yeah, 21. That is fantastic. Look at this. And we got 8 of the Wilden trophies and 21 yellow hearts. Very nice. And just in case you were wondering, what are the shader grab bags? Well, it's actually a part of immersive engineering. There's a lot of gear in immersive engineering that you can craft, and they kind of get shaders that you can equip to them, kind of like how like Call of Duty skins would work on their guns. Yeah, it's very similar to that. So whenever you crack these bad boys open, you get a ton of these different shaders that sometimes will have some really cool effects, right? Like, I think my wife's favorite would probably be the N7, as she really loves Mass Effect. But with all of that done, we now have our 21 Wilden tributes that we should need. Now over here, back in our little R's room, for what little R's we needed to end up doing, I still have my enchanting apparatus set up. So we have our arcane core enchanting apparatus and some pedestals that are nearby. So I want to automate this with modular routers. What this is going to do is it is going to give me a stack of inventory space for each pedestal, basically with what I have here. So I have my top row, which is going to be for each pedestal that is in this system. And then this is going to be a sending module, which is going to send items into the apparatus. And this is going to be a pulling module, which is going to pull items that are completed out of the apparatus. I think this is going to work out really, really well. And so we just need a sender module that is going to say, hey, I'm sending here, and we just need to put one sender module that is linked to each pedestal inside of each one of these. This is very, very straightforward here. And then because I like to work from left to right, on this side we'll have a sender module, which will go onto the back of the enchanting apparatus here. That is going to be the one where I put the thing that goes in the middle. And then on the other side, we'll just have this pull. Now, the only problem is I don't remember if I put an item in, it will send that item, I think, if it can go in the enchanting apparatus, and only if. As you can see there, it's not trying to send anything to this. But like this, for example, that will send, and also same here. So I think it'll only send if it can. We just got to figure out, will it accidentally pull out the item that goes inside of here? Yeah, it'll do this. So I guess let's go ahead and give this a test. Now, we also do not have any jars nearby, which we are going to need. We're going to need to carry an AE signal over to here, so that way we can keep a jar constantly filled. Perfect. Right here, I've got direct connection right above. So I'll just dig a little hole down there. Now for this, we have creative source, but I'm going to place my source jar right in front of this. And then we need an export bus. Now, to be able to do this setup, we need to get this wrap generic stack in here. The way I like to do this is inside of our AE system, we go into ours, we find our source that we have inside of a source cell that is being constantly supplied, and we hit A on it after making sure we're not selected in any text box, and that brings it over here. So that way we can drag this into our export bus, give it some upgrades so it fills it up quickly, and this should now be completely filled up once we run our AE cables all the way up to the top here. So just so we can see it in action, with that connected, this should be functioning with no problem whatsoever, and it's now 100% full. By the way, we can actually match the aesthetic. We can use some archwood planks, use the cable covers, and we can just shift right click and completely cover that cable. Doesn't even look like anything's filling it. It's so nice. So the moment of truth, the marks of mastery, the hardest thing for us to actually make in ours, I do believe, I'm going to throw these all in here, and this just makes this process so much easier. So there is all of our essences now lined up beautifully. And then we just need to send our tributes in here. And let's see, will it pull out the tribute? It does not. Beautiful. So it's only going to pull out once it has successfully got the marks. And then the marks are going to fill up inside of this modular router. Just like that. Oh, this is a really satisfying thing to watch. I bet with some speed upgrades too, it'd go even faster. And this can be accelerated by doing this. Yes, you can tick accelerate this. So just throw in some modular router speed upgrades, and this will craft faster than you could imagine. So there we go. Speed upgrades are getting thrown in here to make sure it can send the items faster, pull the items out faster. And there we go. Stack upgrades would also make this even better, but look, watch this. There we go. The limiting, it's stack. Oh, we need stack upgrades. Just a couple. Just a couple. It'll be able to pull out even more. And then you'll see this will just start. There it goes. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. All of the marks of mastery now pulled out. Incredibly fast. And I believe this is our final one being made right now. There we go. There's all of the marks of mastery needed for this particular setup. And I'm going to have to fight the wild in one more time because I accidentally converted my tablet into marks of mastery. I got a little carried away. But I mean, honestly, this is not the biggest of deals. Boop. We just give them a little boopy there. You know, it's a little boop. Is it changing into another form? You have no health, sir. Sir, I already have your drop. Okay. Well, I think okay. Well, it is what it is. I mean, you could say that it was a little shocked, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's usually has multiple waves. So now I need to get the spell book, but I was looking. I thought I made a spell book at some point. Maybe I never even touched the spell book. And so this is very interesting. Yes, throughout this entire series, I didn't want to really push too much into ours. And so, yeah, the mage spell book is a very powerful utility. We could have used it for lights. I probably should have used it for lights early on. But we can already start with the mage spellbook, which is nice due to replication, and then we can upgrade it immediately into the Archmage spellbook. Beautiful. Now that we have the Archmage spellbook, that's just about everything except for a singular amethyst singularity. And so we will throw this in here. It needs 200 blocks. Throw that into this. And yeah, we just need to request singularity. Amethyst version. Throw it in there. We can speed this up, make it a little bit faster. We'll boop it there. Instantly made. I would put it, actually we need to put it back in the system so it completes the craft, I believe. Oh, putting it back into the system does not complete the craft, so we'll just cancel any of those. There we go. And now we're good. So we have our amethyst singularity, and that's it for getting ourselves the creative spellbook, I believe. Now we just got to put all of this into the terminal. So the marks of mastery has now gone in like that. Then the amethyst singularity. Beautiful. And last but not least, the Archmage spellbook. Tossed in, and we have now completed the creative spellbook, and we've gained access to all of the spells available to us in this pack. Every spell that we can make is now in here. Ready to go. Now, unfortunately, because we don't really have ours gear on and we don't have any equipment from ours, we can't even use the book successfully because, like I said, it doesn't give you any benefits here. For example, if I add more AoE to something like intangible, look at this. We cannot use it because it uses too much mana. We just do not have enough source in order to contain or be able to conjure any of these rituals. But at least we have all of them unlocked. I mean, in case I did want to do something with them. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I can just take the trophy from over here and actually replace it with a real creative spellbook. Like that. But after crafting this, it has now led us into the next chapter, which is the Ascendance Tier 3 Omniscient, right? I think I said that right. Omniscient? I think I'm saying that correctly. Omniscient? Something like that. But I think this we are going to save for next episode because remember, I said I wanted to do a little bit of adventuring. And that we are going to do, because there's several places that I did not get to see throughout our journey. And one of those is clearly blotted out on the map all the way down here. I have no idea what we could potentially find in this structure. And there's also another structure that we didn't really play around with, and that is this maze too. Also, I have no idea what's out into the void, because we really didn't go adventure much in the void area. So there might even be structures there. And so off we go. Now I can just, I think, use this to push my way through. Yeah, it goes really, really fast as we start to travel on. But you guys did mention that I can hold down shift and right click, and it turns this into a world breaker hammer. And then whenever I break these blocks, oh my goodness. I mean, that's a lot of space. That is definitely a lot of space. So yeah, I'm going to I'm gonna turn that back to normal, and just go with the normal size for now. I think I'm fast enough walking to be able to get to my destinations, no problem. And speaking of destinations, I believe I'm already there. Also, whenever you do this, you get a matter cluster, which is so cool looking. When you shift right click, it then gives you all of the items. It then drops them, kind of preventing lag. I like the way that works. Right, here we are. At least I think we're here. I hear a lot of mobs. So I think this is above me. Yes, it definitely is above me. Oh boy. There's just a few mobs in here. No big deal. Just get rid of those guys real quick. Okay, so what is this? It's just full of Deepslate mob spawners and loot chests. Okay. This is something that I didn't get the chance to really experience too much. It is a vastly winding maze, though. I mean, there's some really cool rooms. Let's take a look at all this. And what do these chests have to offer? That is something I am wondering. What do you have? Ooh, a lot of skull. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, where would this have benefited me throughout the journey? I mean, this is in the end area, by the way. I will say, though, as far as spawners are concerned, I mean, this place would be great for farming any spawners. But throughout this entire playthrough, by the way, I didn't use any of the spawners. Oh, this is another place where you could get the warden, skulk shriekers. I do think there is something else this place is hiding, though. Yes, this big dome in the center. This is definitely a boss arena. What boss is this, though? Wait a minute. Lightning ray reflector. Oh no. Like, I really hope this isn't something that can still kill me while I'm in this gear. No way, no way this is going to happen. Do we right click? What is this? Cheesed. A creature born out of the rockets corrupted by Skulk wields enormous magical power. Recommended weapon type is an axe. And here's all of its abilities. What? And you can check its drops. Click to see details. What is this? I've never seen this before. Short boss description. It lets you click a button to start the boss fight. Okay. I'm doing it. Whoa! Okay, I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared for that. Oh, I wish I would have found this before, because this is sick. All right. Right when it's about to blast, you got to get out of the way. There we go. You got to time it too. Guessing you would hurt. Okay, you would have to hurt something to be able to get this to work. That is so cool. These can't be harmed. Or at least it doesn't look like it can be harmed. Oh, you can hit these. I think you can hit these. No, you cannot. You can damage them. This is absurd. And I have no idea what the mechanic is supposed to be like. Look how cool this is. Maybe you can get it to damage its own beacons. Is that how it's supposed to work? I bet it is. Let's see. Let's stand in its way. Oh, no, it doesn't. Interesting. I mean, are these reflecting anything? They do shoot blocks everywhere though. Oh, it's so sick. There's another wave. Okay, an axe. Axe does not hit any of these, even though it did say an axe is a recommended weapon. Oh shoot, we get knocked back whenever we use this. Okay, I just hit it, but I think that did one-shot it. I mean, it does make sense. We do deal infinite damage. That is wild, though. What a cool like, I still have no idea how this mechanic works, and we can just restart this anytime we want. Interesting. It says, wait until lightning ray attack, kill a crystal within an axe to get energized. It says, run to a ray reflector and then make cheese hit you. It says, you are immune to lightning ray attack when you are energized. Interesting. I think that's really cool. It like gives a description. It even like gives you like a heads up of like, hey, here's how you fight this. I mean, is this from Cataclysm? Oh no, this is an entirely different mod. Bilpoth Awakening. Like, I've never even heard of that. But that is so cool. We're just also this whole time we're just being attacked. We're being attacked down here by a warden. All right, I mean, that was pretty darn cool. I mean, we now have a massive trophy. I have no idea where we're going to put this. Oh, and also we have a lightning core, which it looks like we can equip that to our gear, and it gives us a lightning core. It gives us the ability to summon that like lightning ability that we did see like sprawling through the sky. You know what? I think this is going to be a pretty decent place. I mean, look at that guy. That is a wild looking boss. Now, interesting, on our bounty board, I mean, we fought everything on this side now. I mean, we haven't killed an ancient remnant, I don't believe. We did do the Leviathan. We've done an Ender Guardian. We haven't taken on a Harbinger, but we have done the Netherite monstrosity. This thing, though, Mlakuth trophy. Mlakuth. Am I saying that right? Malkuth. There we go. I have no idea what this is about. I'm assuming it's probably from the same mod. Yes, it is from the same mod. Oh, we have to figure out where this thing is at, though. There's another arena in the Void Ring. So this is where I mentioned we haven't even gone to the Void yet. Let's do that. By the way, I've headed into the ocean area. Along with my travels here, we should also enter into a dungeon we've not really ventured into. And that is the underwater dungeon here. I mean... oh gosh, this one definitely has the mobs from Ocean Block. If you played Ocean Block 2 in it, yep, all of these sounds are very reminiscent of all of those. Okay, that had nothing in it. There's all kinds of coral and stuff in here. Look at all these mobs, though. If you followed along with my Ocean Block series, this is going to give you flashbacks to Ocean Block. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Oh boy. I mean, what could possibly be in this chest? Interesting. Okay. Get away from me. Oh, hey, Taz. Hey, look, you can find dark matter all the way out here. Oh, and a whole bunch of Wait, what? There's a potato cannon in here that has an enchanted golden apple targeted inside of it. What? So after getting out of there, like, I expanded even further. Like, I have no idea what this is. I mean... It's a massive, like, snowy looking structure. I wouldn't think it's another Twilight thing. Like, this also seems like another structure that I haven't seen yet. Interesting. I mean, all of this stuff, I didn't even know this existed. This is like the other, like, occultism area. There's an entire occultism dungeon thing down here. What? All of this I missed. Let's turn off night vision. I bet this looks really spooky. It's just like a maze stone dungeon area. Gilded barrels. Oh my goodness, this is actually fantastic. I didn't even know this was a thing. I mean, I guess I could have read that this is a thing in the quest. Oh, I didn't know that either. If you put a globe on top of a pedestal, it just shows the top part of the globe. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, these are actually world seed based. So yours probably doesn't even look like mine. I mean, inside of these chests, enchanted golden apples. I mean, very similar to, I think, what the end area had in it. Uncommon ink singularities. What? And yeah, you can apparently find an ender pearl chicken out here. I wonder what other chickens can be found. Okay, random supreme exploration relic. Oh yeah, we got to be able to drink while exploring, of course. Plastic drinking hat. Perfect. There's an entire block of Eternalist fuel out here. And also, all of the walls are made of other rock, which is a siftable material, by the way. Excuse me. Brushable, I mean. Yeah, very much brushable. And all of these are treated wood planks. So if you wanted to combine this and get yourself some early treated wood, I would say early, but this is, you gotta remember, this is not like a very early place to get to. We had to travel thousands upon thousands of blocks to get out here. Also, that's the Netherack monstrosity. There's also the factory. Ah, this is the Harbinger. 100%. This is the Harbinger dungeon, which, I mean, for us will not be very difficult for us to battle. I wonder if this dungeon also resets much like the other ones have. We give this guy a nether star. He will spawn and we will one tap with a bow. No, one tap with our sword. And the Harbinger is now done for. These are all things that was way out here in the void. Yeah, interesting. Okay, it has like a spawner thing now. Okay, a boss respawner. I mean, I can't forget to show this little room in the back that also usually has some scrap, some diamonds and stuff like that in here. Yeah, something you may not know that exists. Also, by the way, dungeon blocks, we normally can't break, but the World Breaker can actually break dungeon blocks, surprisingly. What? Oh, I found the frosted prison, apparently. Oh, wow. Ah, yes. This place is kind of interesting. There are these guardians down here. Okay. Get out of my way. We are too OP for this. But it did grant us the strange key by knocking that guy out. Okay. And then the strange key will allow us to open this door, right? Yes. Right? Yes. Oh, these things are so cool. Okay, let me through. Can you please back up? The door is now open. All right, do we need anything special for this, or we just literally activate it by like right-clicking? We right-click. Another battle. Oh, so this is the actual place where you find this guy. Wait, what? We've already fought you. But I mean, it's nice to have another place to fight him. And by you, I mean Maledictus, right? That is the Maledictus boss. Let's get one more of these. What can we find in these structures? More of that black steel. Oh, interesting. After you go past a certain point, which is about 4,000 blocks in a direction, it just reverts back to stone again. And now this leads me into this boss. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is another Cataclysm boss. This friendly guy. The Netherite monstrosity. Ah, yes, this is a very friendly fellow. I absolutely love this boss. And they've changed it so much. Ah, the animations just get better and better, I tell you. So good. And we got a giant trophy from that. After significant mining all the way in this direction, I think this might be something. What in the world is this? Is this another Cataclysm boss? Oh, it's iron spells. Wait, what? This is all iron spells in some fashion? But there is a big center area here. More vaults. All of these guys are like posed cursed armor stands. They do have armor on them though. Oh, and this definitely looks like an arena. But nothing's here. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. It's just a massive library. Ah, this is a great place for iron spells to be able to get the cinder essence. I will say though, this library room is absolutely beautiful. I bet it's even better looking without having Fulbright. Ah, without having our night vision. Oh, so mysterious. Wait, this is an arena. There is something right here. A cinder soul rune. What do I do with this though? So I looked up cinder and we do have this cinderous soul collar. Aha. Oh boy. Yes. That is so cool looking. Oh, it's like a Dark Souls boss just spawned. What? So sick. And get one tapped. So sick. Even like fades away. Oh, they did such a good job with that. I love that so much. And then what do we get now? Oh man, what? Descript key unlocks the Citadel vaults. That vault must be this one right here. Interesting. Just netherite scrap. Ah, mithril. Oh, and all kinds of legendary ink. Okay, that's great actually. Cleared my inventory. I picked all this up. And we also got the pyrithium ingot. Oh, which is used to make this infernal sorcerer's chest piece. I tell you what, there has been so much that's been added to the iron spells. This is sick. I think I've found Malkuth. I had to search for the Arena Eternal, but it's apparently over here somewhere. Aha, the water area was just a distraction because this massive thing is the arena that shows up. Oh my. Oh boy. And as I get close, there's this thing on my screen. What is this? What is going on here? Okay. We have like this burning thing happening underneath us. Okay, these guys. I mean, this is just the inner ring, right? I wonder how this is not being invincible like this. Oh my goodness. I mean, do we break into the center? Oh, we can't. Aha. There's the entrance. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so I didn't realize the top was open. Okay, there's a cannon. 2 cannons, actually. This one's like a frost. One is like lava. One is frost. Okay, anyways. Oh, I guess that makes sense because of the way this is set up. Oh, that is so cool looking. This is an interesting boss fighting mod. So now it says, when the player is weak to fire, it receives decreased ice damage and any other way around. If the player is weak to ice, it receives decreased fire damage. Okay. Current weaknesses can be seen on the bar. I don't think it's going to matter, but it says, yeah, use the cannon on the arena to attack it. Okay. How do the cannons function though? Can we control the cannons? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start the boss battle. Oh, that's so cool. The animations. No. Yeah, that's sick. Like what? It adds animations to the fights. Okay. So if I were to use these, I have no idea how I would use them. There are cannons back there. Did you just see that? It grappled me. Okay, yeah, there's cannons in the back there. Oh, I see. So I do right click them. Okay. These are dealing damage, but I'm assuming to me. Like I would be taking damage. Where did the boss go? Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, that's so cool. One swipe and it's gone, by the way. Just a really sick fight. I'm gonna say all of the animations, wild. Oh no. And it takes itself out. What? And do we get the drops? Oh, it does drop it on us. That's wild. But there we go. And we can refight this guy anytime we want. That is fantastic. I mean, yeah, I want to take a look at this trophy. Huge thing here. Wow. But I mean, this is just a couple of the places that we absolutely missed that weren't included in like any particular quest line, right? This is really, really fantastic. So definitely check them out if you haven't already in your own playthroughs. And we still have a little bit more left of this mod pack to get to. And I hope you guys are excited for that. And if you are, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Well, give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And with that, it is time for us to head back because I want to give a huge thanks to the supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks, well, that is going to go out to Deadly. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over in the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member, supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. You absolute boss. And well, with that, I want to say Huge thanks to all of you guys. I'll see you in the next one. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.